Hello there, this is Rarewaves07 coming today with another quick review. I have gotten in a hotly anticipated new Age of the Prime's arrival. I got Onyx Prime in from across the pond. Thanks again to Rarewaves. They're over in England, and I bought it in time from to ship it in time before our trade routes clogged up, due to the current climate. And so is things, and be one reason why I won't be getting a whole lot of new stuff that way. It's no fault of theirs. Thank you again to my brothers over there. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all this stuff down below. Thanks again for watching. Let's turn this around and take a look at Onyx Prime. And front and center here is Onyx Prime on the turntable, looking awesome inside his packaging. He has 3 modes. He's packaged in robot mode. There it is there. He got his Centaur mode in 12 steps as per the box there, and 19 to get to that beast mode dragon there. Looks really, really freaking sweet and awesome. Had me at Dragon and Predacon, first Beast Wars beast figure. Can't really call it Beast Wars because this is for that, but looks really, really awesome. There's his staff, his triptych mask, I want to say is from here to here, and there he is on the mural. And let's crack this open and get another one of the mural bots out here and take a look at how cool he is outside of the box. Very first impressions out of the box, this guy is huge for a leader class figure. Let me make my point. Here he is with deluxe class Alchemist Prime, and as you can see, he's just really, really big. He's got a presence that I absolutely love. And here's my only other representation in my collection of another Onyx, and it's actually in that guy's chest. Directly behind Razor Claw's head is the Enigma with the Onyx Prime from Power of the Primes, with a Matrix C, very like, bracket there. The Prime Master is the first time I've ever taken him out. There's that little brackets, and so then there is the only other representation of Onyx that I have in my collection, and that's the first time I transformed him, period, exclamation point. So there's your Onyx from back in Power of the Primes, 2017. Yeah, it was 2017. It's right after I got back from New Orleans in 2017. I got like swooping those Dinobots, and this guy came, of course, later in 2018. So wait, this guy actually is 2018, but there you go again. Very, very beautiful. I wonder if that's got that triptych mask right there. Have to do a little bit more research. And before I retire it back to the chest, let's zoom in and show Onyx holding his T-Cog, I guess. Now that's going to go back into Predaking. One more shot as we see him there, and away he goes. And now I'll look for these accessories. This kind of reminds me of the little pic on the wiki that shows you the 3 different masks, and I'll label those back in post there. But this side's unpainted, but this side is got some paint, and there's the 3 different triptych mask. It's like one can see in the future, one can see inside of what beast, and this can see in the afterlife or something like that. Anyway, it's really, really cool lore there. You do get like this tail piece that hooks up into the back there for the dragon mode or the beast mode, but then it actually unfolds and unfurls into his bow. And this is mainly for his Centaur mode, but I like utilizing it even in his robot mode. It just really, really looks awesome, and to where it can be his staff. Showing off this awesome piece again. It's just a really, really freaking phenomenal Prime figure. I am head over heels in love with this figure automatically. Let's take a closer look at those details because they are many and aplenty. Also on that staff is his Onyx symbol there, representation. So there's that face. Those eyes are awesome and just freaking phenomenal. I absolutely love the paint detail there on the face. That head has a softer plastic feel, but then like when you get to the base of it, it's like a harder kind of plastic feel to it. You got the hoof, chest and stuff. It gives me that Tiger Hawk feel, but with this guy, it's not the same mold by any stretch of imagination. Those hands are a little goofy and clunky. I'm already going to say, DNA Designs, please hook us up with some better hands, and we'll get into that when we get into beast mode here in a minute and stuff. Paint work is pretty nice, even, just awesome. I like what's going on here. There's that chest. It looks like one of his mask, and or it says beast head, and it's just really, really cool. This thing gets in the way when you try to articulate, so does the tail, but he does got like, going into that articulation, you got that full waist, it'll go around in a circle there for you, and you do get that. These legs are, beastie legs and stuff, so you got that one upper knee there, you got the rear knee there, and how it poses. You do get some tilt there in these rear hooves, but you don't get none in this in a little bit. When we get to that, you get all the way around. I thought you got all the way around there in the hand. It can, but it stresses. It's got like that little bit of detail there, and I left that crotch prayed up. Let's see. You can get out to the sides. It'll move up to a full Mr. T there. Stuff can get clunky and get in the way. Stuff might pop loose a couple of times there, as you could just now see it. You do get the full van damage, so that nice impressive spread along with the full Mr. T. Tail hanging out in the back. You can take it on or off as you see for fit. His beast mode head just kind of locks into place there out of the box. And you do get some wing articulation there. And you can move stuff around and do stuff however you see fit. And I'm going to unfurl it because this is the first time I've unfurled it. And so then you do get like a really, really awesome robot mode here going on down here. You can get all the way around, but it gets in the way, obviously, clunkiness, and you can get it. You can move that on back if you so desire. So you got display options however you see fit. He just looks awesome even without his wings back there, But he's just, I can't get over how cool this guy really did turn out, man. He's got some look up due to transformation probably, and he's got some that way and that way, but you will hit the hooves. He can get all the way around there. Look at that. I'm a prime. What do you expect? I don't have any idea what this guy will sound like. Hands, you got that, I said, that wrist articulation, and you got that weird hand there, and you got the grippy hand there, but you also got a tab there for the slots for the weapon. Elbow, you can go up. Mine actually pops off like at nothing, so that your mileage may vary there. It's kind of an aggravation, but yeah. So there's that, the bicep, and that other stuff. So and the wings will go in and out as you see fit. You can get some really cool flight poses going on and all that jazz, and those hooves and those legs, and he's just got a presence that I wasn't expecting to just fall for right out of the box there, and he's really, really freaking sweet. Oh, the upper thighs got that going on, and you can kick back that far, you can raise this up, kick up that far. You got a little gappiness there in the bottom. It's got the, if you want to add extra stuff to it, you can. And nothing, no ports on the arms, and the back side, that's what you see. It kind of devoid of some paint there, and then of course his arm fell off again. Let me get his arm reattached, and we'll get him into that cincher mode next. Onyx Prime, maximize. Here is Onyx in his cincher mode, 12 steps from robot to this, and this is the life imitating box art, imitating life pose that I love to do with these, and I love that you can actually do this. This is such a really freaking awesome figure here, guys. I really do adore this, and the articulation is a little bit weird and different. You lose the waist articulation because of how it shifts around there, but then you get like the articulation of the cincher, four hooves, paws, legs. You got like a little pivot here. I wish you had a ankle tilt like these guys have, but you do not have that there. It can go all the way around. It can go out the sides. You can get the full van damage with the cincher mode. It just looks wrong and kind of disturbing. Then arms, you get a little bit more extra articulation. You get a little bit of a butterfly going on, however you see fit, and the rest. And then that the way that transforms and it just smushes down and takes and looks totally different. That is just awesome, and you still get like all the range of motion there at the head and whatnot. Look way back and then forward and stuff, and daggone, that head is so cool, man. They just nailed this figure and stuff, and the paint work and everything going on with it. And so you can like get him to strut his stuff inside of his cincher mode. But now we got one mode left, and let's go ahead and get him in the dragon mode, and then we'll get into some final thoughts after that dragon mode. Onyx Prime, terrorize. And here is Onyx Prime in his like four-legged dragon mode, and I gotta say, this is pretty freaking tight, guys. You got some weapon storage there in the back. It acts like he's got two tails. Just looks really, really awesome. But my favorite, absolute favorite, is when you got all the legs involved. This is, after all, how he was depicted on the back of the box with all 6 legs down and looking freaking fantastic in beast mode. This guy is awesome. Now, he's got some limitations due to him being in this mode, like these things do not tilt like these do, and if it did that and these were more of a transformation in some claw-like hands versus just hands opened up like this on the turntable, it would be even more awesome. But that head looks so freaking cool. I love the way that looks. It's got some articulation. You can do some jaw opening and closing, rar, 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 that kind of thing. The beautiful paint job on it. You can get that tilted, curious head and kind of thing. You can take and fly him around and stuff, and he's got some forward movement there, and you can get it on down there if you want to, however you see fit and desire. That was probably the back piece just coming off there, and it was, and I think I can get it to pop back on for some storage. So there's your storage still. You can use it as a tail missile if you want to, the kind of thing. I sure wouldn't want to run into this guy in a dark alley or in a castle or anything. This beast would slay. This guy is just awesome. And with that, we're going to get into some final thoughts with Onyx Prime. This guy really, really is a lot of fun. I did not expect to have 2 beast mode or a, center mode and all that stuff and whatnot. I didn't know what to expect when it came to this guy. I just know that this is an awesome beast, and he doesn't disappoint. The paint work is really, really nice. He's fun to handle. I've had a good time, even though he's got some limitations with those crotch pieces and stuff in the robot mode, and then depending on the mode, depends on the articulation there at the waist. It's really neat how they engineered it and that kind of thing. They did a lot and was very ambitious for a leader class figure. Highly anticipated. I hope that you guys can find it pretty soon. I'm going to throw up a UPC pick right here, and that's about going to wrap it up for Onyx Prime. You guys, get him if you can. I'm so glad I splurged early. I'm so glad I got ahead of that cutoff with the shipping to the US, and that's just self-inflicted nonsense. It doesn't need to be happening and whatnot, and it's going to affect a lot of the stuff moving forward. It might even affect how this guy gets into the country. I'm hoping that he's already here. I think he's landed in Canada, and he's definitely in Britain. I mean, they've had their reviews up for a month over there. It's like the normal, suspects, and then a couple of awesome British reviewers that do outstanding work there, and I just wish we could get the distribution worldwide, and I wish we didn't have the crazy going on here, but it is what it is, guys. Thanks again for watching. Pick him up. You're not going to regret it, and I absolutely love this guy. I hope we do get the blue-green recolor in a Gen Selects in the near future, and Onyx Prime rules.